our next three speakers have a lot of material want to share with you. So yes, 2 weeks later, we will email you the link that you can download the file, including some of the previous speakers present, of course, in PDF file. So our next speaker actually comes from Mediatek. It's amazing to know that recently many companies actually provide very low-cost kits that you can, a maker can use in that to build your own thing. I found out there are kits from different companies, including Mediatek. There are some things even as low as cost of $15. And on it have Wi-Fi, have 500 gig CPU. You can run amazing things and control many things. Steven Si is the director of Mediatek Lab, and we will welcome him to introduce something you can build with these amazing devices. Welcome.
Okay, thank you, Simon. Today's theme is about makers. So we are going to cover what tools we can provide to the developer, to the makers. So we call it make something big with something small, small in cost, small in size. Do how many people know about Mediatek? Yeah, quite a few of them. Let me quickly go over who we are and what do we do. The company was established 18 years ago. It's a global company. It's the largest fabless IC design company in Asia. It's ranked as number 3 by revenue in the world. It's a global company, has 27 offices across the world, and it has about 12,000 employees. So Mediatek creates chipsets, ICs, for many consumer products, ranging from the feature phone, smartphone, DVD, Blu-ray player, and network connectivities, as well as optical device drives. So you can imagine the vast, a lot of, including tablets and smart TVs as well. So a lot of consumer electronics, you may find one of those few would have Mediatek chipsets on it. And now we are talking about making it big, in the volume, in the scale. So if we look back in the PC era, the number of units is based on the household. You could have 1 or 2 PCs per house. If we look at the mobile internet, that covers the smartphones and the tablets, the units of those mobile devices is based on the person. So it doubled by 10 times. But if we look at the IoT, IoT stands for the Internet of Things, which connects those things to the internet, to the world. That's going to be hundreds of times or 1,000 times exponential, a lot bigger in such a large scale. So because of the scale, the large number of the devices, like your home appliance, the smart meters, smart washing machines, remote controlled garage door openers, air conditioners, there are a lot of things you can connect to the internet. So there lies a lot of opportunities for the makers and the developers. The opportunity lies from the new devices. We are going to see more and more new devices. Those devices are not limited to the smartphones or tablets. So you're going to see a completely new devices. It could be integrated with your household items, with your appliances, with your stove, and also the new applications as well. How to use those smart devices. That would drive new services. So through this cycle, you could see many things would emerge, such as applications, and also the system integrators would integrate all those smart devices onto some existing appliance. One example is like automotive. We want to have a connected automotive, right? There are so many moving parts on the car. And we want to monitor all those moving parts and notify the owners when to send your car for services. And we can remotely diagnose what problems it could be and give you the pre-warning so you can send your car for the services. And it's a smart home. There are many, many use cases. We are going to show those examples at the end of our presentation about the use cases. So let's look at the IoT value chains. So there are like 5 verticals from the device, that is the sense, and also the networks, which connects the sense through the wireless, either cellular or Wi-Fi. And also we have the cloud services in the middle, which provides the communication services. And then the big data stored somewhere has to be analyzed. And based on the analytics of the big data, we derive those application services. So all those verticals form the value chain of the IoT. So this is where Mediatek strength is on in this IoT space. So we are going to provide those SDKs based on a variety of the platforms to enable the sense to get connected, to make sense smarter and connected. So that's why you see Mediatek lies in the first 2 columns of this value chain. The connectivity is our strength, and the platform enabled the device to be connected, and you can develop a lot of smart applications on the device. So that's what we are aiming for. When we know there is a big scale, large volume of the IoT, so in order to make the successful IoT market, what we need, there are like a few typical ingredients we need in order to have a successful IoT developer ecosystem. Those are the open platforms, of course, and the tool chains. That's what the developer needs to have those tools to do something. And also the standardization. There are so many, like we said, nowadays the market of the IoT is like an early stage of 1990 of the cell phones. There are so many different players, so many different form factors, and different use cases. For home appliance, for automotive, and also for outdoors. There are so many different use cases. So we need some kind of like a standardization. Those standardization also ensures the security of the data, right? We have the data on our devices sent to the cloud. So we want to be confident those data are secured. So those kind of standardization we need. And also the path to the market. We have makers, developers create those innovative devices based on their idea. They want to be successful. To be successful, then we have to ensure there is a clear path to the market. Of course, the active community is another key ingredient to keep the ecosystem alive. And also to accelerate the IoT market, we also need to make sure those tools to be available at the disposal of the developers' hands. So we want to make sure our HDK is available at low cost. So we want to something small cost, make something big. And a lot of quite a number of previous presenters mentioned 3D printing. That's a very innovative device and provides some revolutionary approach for the developer to making something happen. So in the past, you may have to rely on a manufacturer in order to make your prototype work, because some of the devices requires the manufacturer to have a molding. Take a couple of months to get the final molding done, and then you can install your components on the molding. So with the 3D printing, you can turn the idea into prototyping very fast in a couple of weeks. Of course, funding and incubation would be a key to the success for the developer to get into the IoT market. So there are 3 codes we got from the few analysts about how can we be successful in the IoT space. The first one, for developer to be successful in the IoT, then they emphasize that you have to create some unique value on the commodity of the connectivity and the cloud services. So nowadays they consider the connectivity like internet and the cloud services store your data become commoditized. So in order to generate the profit, the unique value has to be created on those commodities. And the second code is about to create the successful IoT devices. You have to take the advantage of low cost of the electronics. Like we provide the table outside the auditorium room. You could see we have 4 different type of portfolios, and include the hardware kit. Those are the very low cost development platforms. So you could use those and for your IoT. So the last code is about the cloud experience. So for now, there are like we expect the IoT market it could experience some like a similar exposure as a smartphone application developers has experienced in the past. Like in the past 5 or 6 years, we see the booming of the smartphone applications we call the apps in the App Store. So that accelerates a lot of services. Then we see the same trend for the IoT as well. So we are going to see more and more applications around the IoT. We mentioned one of the ingredients for the successful IoT developer ecosystem is the active community. So when Mediatek formed this Mediatek Labs back in September 2014, we had about 300,000 developers around the world working in the IoT space. And the mobile vision predict by 2020 we are going to have close to 10 million developers in the IoT space. So you can see the trend, in a very healthy growth rate. The compound annual growth rate is 17%. So that's quite healthy. So we will see the sustainable trend up to the 2020. When Mediatek launched the Mediatek Labs, this program, that's a strategic decision. Try to accelerate the IoT market by opening up the Mediatek's industry-leading technologies and put the technology into the developers' hands, give them the capability to develop something which they can connect many different physical things to the internet. So this program launched in September 2014, and it's a global program and bilingual. We have Chinese and English both versions of website, and it's free for developers to join. And in our ecosystem, we provide the documentations, technical support, and also go-to-market support as well. So you would see a lot of services once you log on to the website and join us. If you have questions, you can also talk to one of the members outside the auditorium at our table. We see the developers, when they make something, when they create something based on their idea, we say there is steps go from the idea to prototype to product. There are a few things a lot of developers and makers require to have. First is a development resource, which includes the technical resource, as well as the hardware, toolkits, the HDKs. And also they want to work alone, work as a community, so they can get inspirations, get the insights about what's the trend, what's the next big things, right? This whole market is going for. And also they should have the access to all those platforms, and not only for the maker, developers, and also for professionals as well. Right? Because eventually we want to convert our idea into the product. Initially, we can use those simple platforms to make the idea work, to proof of concepts. But later on, we need to customize those designs specifically for certain market, for certain group of demographics. So that involves a more professional level of support and also go-to-market. So when we release our portfolios of the platforms, we consider those as well. So we release our platforms based on Arduino for makers. We have our portfolios based on the Eclipse for professionals. We also have our portfolio runs on the OpenWRT, and also we have our portfolios runs on the FreeRTOS. So it's a whole range of different portfolios to suitable for different aspects of the developer who wants to make the product, who wants to create, make their idea into a product. And also in our ecosystem, we provide those free supports and access to those peripherals, and also the sensors. We work with a number of partners in the sensors, as well as making those sensors in a way so you can plug in and play, so you don't have to do the wiring and also the soldering. And also we provide a complementary Mediatek cloud sandbox services, so allows developers to get their data on the cloud. We know the IoT without cloud is just a half-baked pie. Your IoT, you connect to the internet. The purpose of connect to the internet is to connect to cloud services. So the data collected by the device through the various sensors are stored and analyzed on the cloud. That can be used by the applications reside on the cloud, so that you can control the device through your mobile phone, through your tablet, or through your computer remotely. Here are the snapshots about the 4 platforms we provided. It's our portfolios of the Mediatek labs we offer to the community. Those 2 on the left side are based on our chipsets, MTK 2502. Those are the feature phone-based chipsets, but we enhanced it and make it suitable for the wearables and IoT. I just want to make it clear, the wearable itself is part of the IoT. Like nowadays, we have the fitness tracker, like a Fitbit, Misfit, right? And the Pebble Watch. Those are the smart watches. We call it wearable, but in fact, they are connected devices. They are part of the IoT. So the platforms on the right side are MT 2502. We call it Aster-based platforms. The chipset itself very small. It's only half size of my pinky fingernail. So it's so small, it's so suitable for the smart watches. And also it highly integrated with all kinds of like connectivities. It has a GPS, it has a Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and plus GSM, GPRS. So with that small IC device, you could have all the connectivities you would need for IoT or wearable device in order to connect to the internet. I'm going to show you the examples based on those, even example as well as products based on those chipsets. Those 2 platforms on the left side are based on 2 different chipsets. 7681 is a Wi-Fi only chipset. It's supposed to be used for the lower end smart devices, such as the smart bulbs, so you can connect the bulb on and off, like the founder of the Spark showed you. You connect the LED on and off. And the one on the bottom, 7688, is more advanced. We call it Linked Smart. It runs on the OpenWRT. It's more like it has like a 500 megahertz CPU and 128 RAM, megabytes RAM. So you can have a very sophisticated application runs on this platform, allows you to do like a smart home and video surveillance and video streaming as well, and home entertainment system, you know. So a lot of more advanced applications can be based on the 7688. As I mentioned earlier, we provide the complementary cloud sandbox services. So allows the maker and developer to have a device connect to the cloud so they can remotely control the device through the cloud, through your mobile device. And once you have those devices created and connected to cloud, we can visualize your data, like temperature data, and also the environment data you collected through the device, through sensors, and visualize the data, analyze the data, and check the historical trend of the data, etc. And also with our cloud services, you can also do the video streaming as well. We have examples. If you go to our website, check on the 7688, we have a tutorial and an example shows how to use that device. to create a video streaming application with our cloud sandbox. In October last year, we worked with Amazon AWS. We launched the IoT Starter Kit for the AWS. It's like certified by the AWS. With this kit, it contains Linked One. As I mentioned, it's one of those platforms on the right side of the previous that's on the top. We call it Linked One. So this toolkit contains a Linked One and plus a number of sensors. And with the ported library we published on the GitHub. So you download this library, so you are able to talk to the Amazon cloud through a secured communication, MQTT, or through the keyhole protocols to the AWS cloud. So it's ready for you to use to exercise your ideas in order to ensure the data you get from your device is securely stored on the Amazon cloud. The developer in our community is getting bigger and bigger. We see more and more developers or makers in our Mediatek community adapt the linked platforms. And this is just one snapshot shows those projects we captured through some of the developer events. And if you go to the Hackster.io or go to the Instructable.com, you will see tons of applications or projects based on the Mediatek linked platforms, either Linked One or Linked Smart, or Linked Connect or Linked Assist. So you can find all kinds of inspirations, through this developer community. Here I want to show some examples about how community adapt our platform for their proof of concepts. So the one on the left is on my right is a Limon. It's a project based on the Linked One. This project is for the underwater detection, detect the oxygen saturation level, detect the nutrients level, and also temperature, bacteria, or all kinds of underwater data, underwater environment will be collected by this device. This device will swimming around underwater and communicate through the cloud, through the GPRS or Wi-Fi, and data is sent up to the cloud. The one on my left is a scaled down version of the Curiosity. It's made by the Russian developer. So it has 6 wheels. It can run about 3 kilometers per hour, and it has a video camera on the front, and it capture images and send up to the cloud. And also it can sensor the surroundings. It can also pick up the small objects as well. So it's very fun to create for the developers and the makers. And the next one is a bicycle tracker, because our chipsets contains the GPS, GPRS, so you can communicate to the cloud about your position. So we have a developer use our board, create a bicycle tracker, installed on the bicycle, allows the data to be sent to the cloud, so you can visualize where the cyclist is around the San Francisco. And I'm going to show a video.
Today we are in San Francisco to demo our project, which is a bike tracker built around Linked One development board and PubNub real-time data streaming. In this scenario, we are showing the Mapbox map where the user is located right over here in the South Park area. We will see the real-time update of the map. The bike tracker is actually trying to get the location coordinates such as latitude and longitude and update those coordinates on a map showing where you are exactly located at a certain time in a certain place. The hardware that we are using is the Linked One development board. It's from Mediatek. It has rich connectivity features such as the GPS, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GSM and GPRS, and it's all located in a single board. PubNub is great for the real-time analysis and visualization. It's easy to work with. It's easy to develop applications using PubNub and visualize the data streamed from different devices using different applications and analyzing this data later on.
Oh, there she is.
Yes. Well, we are tracking her real time.
We know where
We know where our biker is.
So the developer uses our platform and with the PubLab services and send the data to the EON to the EON platform from the PubLab. So the next one is a scooter motor. It's created by like a electrical motor, electrical motorcycle rental management system. It was created by students in a university in Taiwan, and because the students in the campus, they can rent the motor by checking out through an NFC card, and also ride around the campus as well as out to the city. So the management system can track where it is, and also what's the battery level, and also send the services maintenance if needed. So this whole system was created by a student in Taiwan. So we are going to run another video to show how it works. So give you a snapshot.
This is Moto. It is an electric scooter rental system enabled by Mediatek linked technology. So basically, the rental system allows you to check the power capacity left in each of the scooters through your smartphone. And after you rent the scooter will track the position of the scooter itself through GPS and transmit the position data through GPRS to the backend server of the service, so that the operators of the business will know the location of each scooter. The platform is linked platform. This development platform provides a highly integrated development platform that allows developers such as the Moto team to develop any devices that is connected to the internet in this increasing connected world.
So the platform does empowering the proof of concepts. And also we, in the Mediatek labs, this ecosystem will not only help developing something, we also help go to market as well. So here, this is another company and use the 2502 to create a smartwatch. But the uniqueness of this smartwatch is use a gesture to control like a volume up, volume down. So when you are talking to somebody through your smartwatch over your device, so you could use gestures. That's a uniqueness. And also we have another company called Tiny Tail. It's based in Sweden. Use a 2502, create a kids smartwatch. So it allows the kids to press a button to talk to the parent or guardian, And also the parent and guardian can communicate back to the kids and also to monitor the whereabouts of the kids. And we support the maker movement as well. Today is the same as the maker is for the makers. So we participated in the Maker Faire in Bay Area last year, and we participated in the Maker Faire in Taipei. We have developers create their prototypes, based on our boards and showing in those Maker Fairs as well. And also to help the community, we provide a lot of, besides the support, resources free online. We also do the support on site as well. So we give out the workshops, and we give out the class, and also we give out we organize the hackathons as well. We have a series of webinars online, for the developer to subscribe. So if you go on our website and check on the event calendar, you will see what's coming up. So, for example, in 8th March, you will get another webinar how to use the Bluetooth on our platform. Yep. So the the whole entire Mediatek labs support to the ecosystem. It covers from the idea prototyping to the final production. So we provide the online tutorial with our HDK and to support your idea, and we have a go-to-market support for your successful production in your final stage of your development. This is, we call it making it big with something small, small in the cost, small in the size, and small in your investment of learning. So to make something very big in your next phase of your life or career. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks for Steven's great talk. And we have a Mediatek booth outside. And do you want to build something with the low-cost, very powerful kit? Anyone? Yeah, because we know 30 minutes of presentation is not enough. So CIE will host a workshop in May. Let's go outside. You actually can see the QR code that you can scan and register the time. Steven's team will do the workshop, tell you more detail how to program it, how to use it. So, okay. That's a present small token to thanks Steven.
Okay, thank you.